Hey guys, it's Addie. I'm here at Epics and Chill in Charleston, South Carolina. I'm at the convention center right now, and as you can see, it's pretty empty. But in just a few minutes, this place is going to be filled with fans and all of your favorite stars, so stay tuned as I bring you along with me for the day. Okay guys, so the stars have started coming out. You might recognize Matt Zuckery behind me as Logan Huntsberger from Gilmore Girls. He's currently signing some autographs, so let's go see what everyone else is up to. Most of the cast of Friday Night Lights has shown up at their booths, so let's go take a look around and say hi.
Already, smash, baby, smash. A really radical experience. I would echo what Scott said. I've never worked on something in film like that since. The way it was shot, just the energy, all of it. It was a unique experience. I think Cash had a big heart with good intentions, but unfortunately, it didn't work out.
Did he have both babies? Was that your baby?
My guess would be yes. I'm gonna guess. Yeah.
Hey guys, it's Addison Brienne. I'm here still at Epics and Chill, and now I'm joined with
Scott Porter.
Okay, so first off, this is like your first fan convention that you've been at. How are you enjoying it?
You know, I've been to like comic conventions and stuff for video games where I've done like a panel and then a signing, but I haven't been here for like an entire weekend. And last night we kicked off with a karaoke night. Just a small town girl, living in a lonely world. And that was an awesome icebreaker, so I'm having a blast.
So you pulled out some pretty cool dance moves last night. Where did you learn to do that?
Yeah, jack of many trades, I guess, right? It was when I was growing up, I was in a cappella group. I did stage shows at Disney and Universal Studios where I had to learn how to dance, and so I just kind of picked up things along the way. I never went to school for acting and never went to like a dance academy or anything. I just, as shows came along and they said, "Can you dance?" I said, "Oh, yeah." And then I got into choreography rehearsals, and they were like, "Wait a minute, you're not really a dancer." And I'm like, "But I'm doing okay, right?" You're going to fire me or are you going to keep me? And then they kept me, and that was it. I just did a movie last year. They're like, "Can you ride horses?" I was like, "Yeah, of course." When's the last time you rode and they didn't ask me this question until I got there, but when's the last time you rode a horse? And when I was 10. But, it worked. We did it. We figured it out.
So what is like your best memory on set of like just any show?
Oh, man. So many to choose from. But I think my first day on the set of Friday Night Lights, like I said, didn't go to school for this. I had been in New York for like 2 years doing off-Broadway theater, and I booked Friday Night Lights, and I was in over my head. But I got to set that day, and it was the interview scenes where a local reporter was asking Jason Street and Coach Taylor what they thought about the team's prospects that year. And Peter Berg and the rest of the creative staff on Friday Night Lights just made me feel like this role is something you were meant to do, and just being there and doing that interview was completely off the cuff. We were improvising a ton of it, and it just made me feel at home, and that was the start of everything. So I think that particular scene, that set of interviews, every time I see that in the cold open of Friday Night Lights, I can't help but feel just butterflies in my stomach all over again, and I think that's a really cool moment.
My favorite part about these events are just like an interaction I just had with Scott Porter. There's just a lot of people here that I've worked with or are friends with, or know them through friends, and it's kind of this weird eclectic reunion of sorts, a circus, if you will.
What is like your favorite memory from being on set? Just like any.
Oh man, my favorite memory ever on set was probably taking a tour of a soap opera set with my parents in New York City, and kind of knowing that I had actually gotten to where I needed to be to become a professional actor. And that's where I started, was in soaps, but the old school studios with everything hanging from the ceiling, and I don't know, it was exciting.
It's like the craziest or most memorable fan experience you've had.
Oh, there's one night we were filming for Vampire Diaries. I was heading back to where the dressing rooms were. They had all these separate buildings it was like an old industrial park that they bought. And I was walking across the street, and all of a sudden this woman just kind of appeared out of the bushes. And it's like, oh yeah, I drove all through the night. I'm from New York. I was just like, whoa! I'm like, hey, the full makeup and wardrobe, and like a couple of the other people were walking by with the ADs and saw me with this woman, but they just kind of like, wait, yeah, that. And like one time I was in Paris at a convention with Ian, and we were in one of those big Mercedes, like whatever they're called, vans. And we had these fans surround the van, and they literally almost tipped the van over.
Hey guys, it's Addie. I'm here in Charleston, South Carolina at the Epics and Chill Convention, and I'm joined by
Peter Facinelli.
So we're just going to ask him a few questions. So first
She only
off...
did that because she doesn't know how to pronounce my last name. I know
That's
the
true.
trick.
That's true.
It's a
Yeah.
good interviewer trick.
So what is your favorite part about conventions like this?
Meeting the fans. You know, it's really, when we're making these movies and we're making my shows, you know, we're on set, so you know you're doing the work. So it's nice to be able to come here and meet the fans and, you know, see if they like what we're doing.
Have you had any like crazy or like super memorable fan experiences?
Every fan experience I have is memorable, but there are not crazy. I had one woman who asked me to write my name on her arm, and then she went and got it tattooed, which puts a lot of pressure on me.
Okay. Lastly, this is the most serious question. Team Edward or Team Jacob?
Edward all the way. He's my boy. My son.
Hey guys, it's Addie. I'm joined by the amazing woman putting this event together.
Hi, I'm Alexis Arnold.
So, what do you think is like your biggest success for this event so far?
I think just seeing all of the attendees here that are so happy, they seem to have really enjoyed meeting their favorite celebrities.
Tyler Posey mentioned that he's never been invited to sing or perform at a convention before. What prompted you to do that?
So, funny story, I actually did not know that he was an actor up until we were planning this convention. We actually talked about this again last night, but I've been listening to his music for about 3 years, and I had never really looked into him. He's just been on my playlist forever. We decided we were going to do a convention, Epics and Chill, that revolves around different binge-worthy TV shows. Teen Wolf got brought up. We asked which actors and actresses you'd like to meet. I had never seen Teen Wolf. Somebody said Tyler Posey, and I was like, there is no way. So I Googled, found out he's an actor, so I texted everybody, and I'm like, guess what, guys? We're going to invite Teen Wolf, and we're going to have a concert so I can have Tyler Posey there. So, yeah, that was kind of just the whole reason behind him performing.
What are you looking forward to the most with the next event, I Was Feeling Epic?
Bringing everybody home to Covington. For those that haven't been to Covington, it's a completely different feel. You are in Mystic Falls, and this is the first time that most of the cast have returned there. Ian Somerhalder has not been back since filming, so this is his return home. A lot of the other cast haven't been back home, so for attendees and fans of the show that love it so much, to get to meet their favorite cast members there where the show took place, it's just going to be iconic. The dinner at Mystic Grill, they get to dine with the cast at Mystic Grill. There's nothing that can top it.
Kaitlyn injured her toe, and she is muscling through the weekend anyway.
I kicked Thor's hammer while saving children from a burning school bus.
And all of a sudden, the director comes in, he's like, what are we doing? We don't have time for farts. We always got time for farts. We always got time for farts, man. My favorite prank was in the pilot. Rachel and I had a kissing scene, and I had just gotten this job. Rachel's a famous actress. I was real nervous. I got this makeout scene with her, and we do the scene.
I didn't work for a few days. And I came back to set. We were shooting in Wilmington, the pilot. Came back to set after a few days, and I go into the makeup trailer. I'm feeling pretty good about myself. Step one foot in the makeup trailer, and all the makeup ladies just looking at me like I had shot their grandmas. And Rachel's sitting there with her back turned to me. I'm like, what's the deal? What did I do? And Rachel turns around in her makeup chair and she goes, you gave me this. And she had a big old herpy on her lip. And I swear, when I say I ran out of that trailer, I ran and I didn't stop running. I thought I was never going to work again, and I was going to be fired, disbarred, whatever. And
You're going to be quarantined.
yeah, that's it. And it turns out the makeup ladies had painted our herpy on her, and they set me up. It was her idea. It was Rachel's idea, so that I got pretty good. Then you got court-martialed.
Funny lady.
Hey guys, it's Addie. I'm here in Charleston, South Carolina at the Epics and Chill convention, and this time I'm joined by
Kaitlyn Black from Heart of Dixie.
So we're gonna ask her a few quick questions. So first off, what has been your favorite thing about this specific convention, like the fans and stuff?
Just how kind and generous everybody is with compliments. I mean, I feel like I should be paying people to be here because everybody's just so warm and welcoming, and it's just been lovely to be able to be around people that your show meant a lot to. And I love that Heart of Dixie did that and brought a lot of joy to people's lives. So I feel very lucky.
What was your favorite memory from being on set?
Oh my gosh, I think my favorite memory is when I became a series regular. So I started out just it was supposed to be a 2-episode recurring, and then slowly got bigger and bigger. And when Lila Gerstein, who created the show, pulled me into her office and she's like, we're going to offer you a series regular contract. I mean, that was great. But obviously I loved working with Cress and Scott Porter. They're both just lovely gentlemen. Also easy on the eyes, but just great human beings. And Cress was my first on-screen kiss. Yeah.
How did you break your leg?
Well, it's not that cool. I actually broke my toe, and it was coming out of a handstand. I had a little too much force and did a walkover instead of being able to stay upright, and I split my toe in two, and so I have a pin in it right now, and I'm just rocking a boot, very fashionable, very fashion forward. I'm setting a trend here in Charleston. Everyone's going to have boots soon.
So do you have any new projects coming up that we need to keep an eye out for?
My new project, which this is kind of first scoop, is I'm going to nursing school. I am following AB's footsteps. I'm not, saying goodbye to acting, but I started working as a home health aide during the pandemic, and it became very meaningful, and I love acting. I've done a lot of theater the past couple of years, but I'm kind of ready for a new adventure, so I'm going to be a nurse.
A lot of fun.
Yeah,
so
a little scary, but
definitely scary.
Yeah.
Living just to find emotion, hiding somewhere in the night.
To the house beat.
Just a minute ago, we saw all of our favorites from Teen Wolf enter the building, but we don't know where they went, so I think we have to go find them. Okay guys, so it's pretty crazy and pretty crowded over here right now because the cast of Teen Wolf is doing photo ops behind me.
I heard there's a movie coming out.
Yes, Teen Wolf movie. You guys know about this? Are you excited? Okay, December, they say. Right before Christmas, we think, we hope. Who said that?
Oh, really? I didn't actually date a confirmed date, but no, better not say that. I'm getting looks from the producers.
He's not aggressive in this movie. I think we meet Scott at a time where he is very sort of lethargic and very nostalgic about the past and kind of missing the past. Because, you know, as we've grown older, there's moments about the past that we think about all the time. Even with this show, I'm like, God damn it, I miss those days. You know, like Dana was just saying, we had such a great time.
Hey guys, it's Addie. I'm here in Charleston, South Carolina at Epics and Chill with...
Hey, I'm Holland Roden.
So first off, what's your favorite part about events like this and getting to see fans and stuff?
I think the meet and greets are definitely my favorite because you get to talk to people one-on-one and get to know why they love the show, what's going on in their lives, what town they're from, and their favorite subjects in school. I mean, you really get to know your fans one-on-one.
Yeah, it's a super personal experience. So have you had any like crazy or super memorable fan experiences, like any that just stuck out?
I think how well they know, you know, the impression that it leaves on their lives and how close it can bring their families. You know, siblings will become closer when they watch as a family with their parents. That's a pretty impressionable mark on me. And then on a personal level towards me is when they're so sweet to my dog. They'll do all sorts of things for my dog and for me about cross-stitching photos or sketches, and I think that's just incredibly thoughtful on a personal level.
So what was your favorite part about getting to be back on set for the Teen Wolf movie?
It was surreal. It just felt like a dream. It just felt like a pinch me moment that it was actually happening.
And lastly, do you have any other projects that we should keep an eye out for coming up?
Yeah, I just wrapped up a show called Mayans MC and a couple things that we're shooting now.
Nice right here.
Yeah, you know it's warm.
Behind you. All right, you ready? Yep.
And it's made me realize how like special Teen Wolf is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like there's millions of TV shows and actors and movies out there. I think maybe like 1% or less get to do stuff like this, you know, and there's not that sort of want or lore or I'm still not even 100% sure what it is about Teen Wolf that just created this.
It's the whole atmosphere.
Right? It's everything.
Hey guys, it's Addie and I'm joined with
Tyler Posey.
So we're just going to do a really quick little interview. So first off, how excited were you when you found out they were bringing Teen Wolf back for a movie?
Very excited. I started the show when I was a teen. The show's called Teen Wolf, and it's been obviously a huge part of my life. You know, I became a man on that show, and from teenager to man, and I love everybody involved, the crew, the actors. We still remained really close and friendly, but we didn't see each other every day, so it was nice to be on the set with everybody every single day. And, you know, I love Scott McCall, and I love keeping the franchise going, and hopefully there will be more. So happy.
Do you think, like, personality-wise, you have anything in common with Scott?
I think so. I think Scott is inherently a really good person. I think that he always wants the best for him and the people around him, and he tries to be positive out of every negative situation, and that's kind of how I am. You know, I think sometimes life will always throw you some negative stuff, and even now, for me, even with as positive as I am, I still get down, and Scott goes through the same stuff, but we always do a good job at remembering what's right, what's important, what's best, and how to like sort of get through a negative situation. And Scott's a good leader. I like to represent myself as a good leader. I think of myself as a good leader, you know, whether it's on the set or here hanging out with everybody and being, you know, nice and friendly and being a good person. And also I have 3 dogs and I'm the alpha of their pack, so.
Okay, I know you kind of talked about this on your panel yesterday, but did you bring anything home from set?
So my fangs, so Scott McCall, you know, he's a werewolf, and he's got big fangs in his mouth, and they're obviously not real, but it's basically like dentures that you put on, you know, like tops and bottoms, and they've got the fangs. So I took those home, and I also have the red hoodie from the first episode of Teen Wolf.
This is very serious. Do you ship Phem?
Phem is Theo and Liam. Yes. Absolutely. I love those two people, and I love their characters, and I love shipping them. What does it mean to ship somebody?
So I think that they should be a couple.
That's what shipping means?
What did you think it means?
I had no idea. So they should be a couple?
Yeah.
If they love each other, why not? Go for it. If they love each other. If they don't, it's probably toxic to be a couple. You know, nobody should be in a toxic relationship. First and foremost, kids, sometimes you got to go through the hard stuff to figure out what you need and want, but stay away from the toxic stuff. That's my lesson.
So people asked you about ships before, and you like answered it when you didn't know what it meant.
Have I been asked about ships before?
Yeah.
I didn't know that shipping meant relationships. Like, no, sorry. I didn't know that shipping meant couples. I thought, you know, because relationships could be friendships, they could be acquaintances, they could be anything. Father, son, whatever. I didn't know that shipping meant...
You learn something new every day.
I guess you do, yeah.
Okay, so if you thought it was crazy earlier when the cast of Teen Wolf was here, have a look now that Taylor Lautner is taking photos. This line is insane.
Shadows. Shadows.
Got it.
I feel like I see a question in the back. There's a gentleman right there that's got a question. Why not? Go ahead, sir. Yeah, can we get a mic back to him?
Hi.
You want to stand up?
Sure, yeah. Yeah, you know, you did a really great job playing Jacob, and, you know, everyone loves you. And I was just wondering, was there anybody else who was reading for the role of Jacob and maybe didn't get it?
That is so funny you asked.
It's such an iconic role, and I'm sure the person who read for it before wouldn't be bitter or anything about it.
No. Yeah. No, actually, there was this super ridiculously handsome gentleman, almost with the same name as me, but his name is Tyler. Yeah. That's your name? What?
Do you want to come up here? I feel like we should...
Tyler Posey, Tyler and I actually grew up in the same hometown. We went to rival high schools for the exact same year, and we grew up also just like seeing each other at auditions, and and then when it came to Twilight, I think it literally came down to the two of us.
Right, yeah, it was, definitely.
That is crazy. And then he goes on from that and gets Teen Wolf, and we both end up playing werewolves.
Well, you know what, like, I wasn't at that point, because we were young. How old were you when you were Twilight?
I was 16.
16?
Yeah.
You know, I wasn't ready for the type of admiration and recognition that you got.
Neither was I.
I was not ready for it, so I was like, you know what, dude? I needed a little bit more of like preparation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I feel like it all worked out like it was supposed to. And you, something I admire about you is like, you know, throughout all these years, you still are the same person you were 10, 12, 14 years ago. And that's really, really cool. He's a good guy right here.
Honestly, likewise, man. I tell everybody that you are, and it's so nice seeing you, and I haven't seen you in years, and I feel the exact same way. You have just grown up to be such a great man, and I love it. Aww. You know, she asked me. It's true. Aww. She asked me. She said, "So who were you like most excited to see here during the first panel we did yesterday?" And I was like, "Oh, well, Taylor Lautner. You know, he's been a homie since literally day one, before we both were in this, you know, world."
Yeah.
So it's cool. It's cool that we get to, like, you know, sort of grow up together and separate and together at the same time. And, it's cool, man.
Yeah, I'm very blessed.
So then, who would be because you're both true alphas, so then who would be the truest alpha?
Oh no.
There's no competition.
No. Should we settle this right now?
Yeah.
We're gonna win, but
we'll hug it out.
That's honestly intimidating. That's why I sat down really quickly.
Nah, you're good.
You know,
absolutely not.
but you can't hide from my love. You can run, but you can't hide from my love. You hear me on the radio, coming through so clear in stereo. Now you know that is the way to go. From my love, you try to forget about me, but I told you to never doubt me. How's your life right now without me? Oh my love, I'm still standing at the station, waiting for your train. I'm still standing where you left me. Nothing ever changed. I was so blessed. If I tell you I'm happy. I'm sorry if I stitched me. Same old story, same old mentality. Turning saints into the saints. Snapping Thursday, all the pies. Choking on your alibis.
Hey guys, so the stars have started to testing. Yeah. So I just completely forgot what my last question was. So hello. Hello. We're 9 hours in. I'm starting to get tired. My back hurts, but we're gonna keep pushing. For now, I'm just gonna sit on the floor right here though because it's comfy.
What's up, everybody? This is Scott Porter, and you are watching Teens Want to Know.
Teens want to know.
Teens want to know.
Teens want to know.
Teens want to know. This is Tyler Posey, and you are watching Teens Want to Know.